to the very first episode with the new setup here. I got a new tripod, and unfortunately I don't have a mic yet, so the audio quality is coming straight from the camera itself, so you're gonna have to bear with me on that. So, we got tagged a few weeks back by UltrazillaToys, and well, it's time for me to answer the questions he asked me. So, I'm gonna do that, ask 5 questions of my own, and tag a few people on YouTube. So anyways, that fireplace is going crazy. I'm not kidding. You gotta see this fireplace. I just turned it on and it's, wow. That's a real fireplace right there. So anyways, so the first question by UltrazillaToys is Dragonzord versus Mechagodzilla. Who wins? Whoa. It's kind of a broad question here. Now, let's just hypothetically scale them accordingly. That's what I like to do when it comes to these versus situations. Scale them accordingly. Which Mechagodzilla are we going with? We're going with Heisei, we're going with Kaiju, or are we going with the Showa Mechagodzilla? Kind of a broad question. However, I'm gonna, off the top of my head, pick one, and I would say the one that fits the best, I would say, the Dragonzord. I love the Dragonzord. Now, I grew up watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as a kid, and the Dragonzord was my favorite Zord out of all of them. And hands down, I love that. That is my favorite Zord. However, if I was to pick a Mechagodzilla to fight him, I would have to pick Kaiju. I think Kaiju would hold its own against the Dragonzord. And I like the Dragonzord because a lot of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or Super Sentai Zords are actually very melee focused. They don't really rely on beams too much, and I like that. So I would say if this was a pure melee fight, then, oh man, it's gonna have to be tough. Really tough. I might have to give it to the Dragonzord on that one. However, if both can use their weapons and everything, I would say then, hands down, Kaiju wins. No doubt about it. Hit him with the Absolute Zero Cannon, or even the Hyper Maser Cannon. Either one of those two, definitely Kaiju wins, hands down. The second question that UltrazillaToys asked me was, would I like to see a Soul Chogokin Mechagodzilla? Now, sure. I would like to see a Soul Chogokin Mechagodzilla. However, I feel that the MonsterArts Line is doing a pretty decent job of representing the Mechagodzillas, especially with the die-cast parts they're already using. I would have to say, if I was to see a Soul Chogokin Mechagodzilla, I would definitely like to see them try all of them, honestly. Like, sorry, Destroyer. I would love to see all of them done. I think Mechagodzilla 1974 would be pretty badass. However, all the Mechagodzillas I would love to see a Soul Chogokin for. So this is a long-winded one, hang on. If a domestic company would acquire the licenses for all your favorite Godzilla, Gamera, Ultraman, etc. to put out one line of figures in the same scale, who would you like to see them tackle and why? I feel that Bandai and Tamashii Nations, and I know it sounds like I'm kind of kissing their ass a bit, but I do like the work they've done thus far when it comes to the SH Figure Arts figures for Ultraman and the SH MonsterArts figures for Godzilla. I wish there was more Gamera, however. And they are doing the Pacific Rim Uprising figures as well, so I feel that they're doing a pretty good job as it is. I don't know of any other toy company that could even come close when it comes to accuracy or the design and articulation for these figures. So I would have to say to Bandai and Tamashii Nations, just stick with it. Wish they would do them all in the same scale. However, you can't have it all. But if I was to choose one company, I'd stick with Bandai and Tamashii Nations. I think they're doing a pretty decent job so far. Next question. Transformers. They like to do this special crossover every once in a while. If they did Godzilla, what would he transform into? That's a really good question. And a tough one to answer.
I don't know.
I can't think of anything that Godzilla can even transform into that's, like, intimidating as Godzilla. Like, the first thing that came to my mind was a tank, and I'm just like, oh, wait a minute, Godzilla, like, squashes tanks underneath his feet. Like, what can Godzilla simply transform into? If Godzilla was to transform into something, holy crap, a nuke. That's that's the one thing I would have to say he would transform into, because Godzilla is a nuclear powerhouse. And what created Godzilla as we know it? The H-bomb? A nuke. That's it. That's my answer right there. That makes the most sense to me. I know it's not very exciting, but in my honest opinion, I would have to say that that would be the best bet.
It would make the most effective use of his energy he already has.
Right. Last question. With the popularity of the legendary Defender Voltron, would you like to see a live-action Voltron? Who should make it, and what would it be like? In terms of who I would like to see them choose as a company when it comes to making the actual movie, I would have to say Legendary Pictures. They're doing a really good job with the MonsterVerse so far. I would like to see they take a shot at the Voltron. I am not the biggest Voltron fan. I do appreciate its origins and where it comes from. However, it's not really my thing, so to speak. But I would have to say Legendary Pictures would have to do it. Okay, so those are UltrazillaToys' questions. Now I have a few questions of my own. 5 in fact. Here they go. Question number 1. There have been many forgotten concepts of Godzilla movies that never saw the light of day. You can see most of these in the Tohokingdom.com cutting room section. Which of these concepts would you like to see resurrected and actually produced? There's a lot of concepts on there, especially Godzilla related, and a lot of Godzilla movies that never saw the light of day. So if you take a look at that section of their website, find them, read up on them, and tell me which one you think would have been awesome. Me in particular, I would have loved to see Godzilla vs. Ghost Godzilla. Next question. If you were to have any Ultraman monster and scale them accordingly and pit them against Godzilla, which Ultraman monster would it be? And which Godzilla would it be against? Question number 3. Of your current collection of Godzilla figures, or any Kaiju related figure for that matter, which is your top favorite? Which is your number 1 and the one you will never part with no matter what? Next question. In regards to the SH MonsterArts line, which monster from any series would you like to see MonsterArted? I made that up again. And last and final question. If we were gonna pit 3 Godzillas against each other, scale them accordingly, and let's just go with these guys here. The original ShodaiGoji from Godzilla King of the Monsters, the original Gojira from 1954. Pit him against Burning Godzilla from 1995. Against GMK Godzilla in a triple threat, winner-take-all, battle to the death. Who would be the Godzilla that stands tall at the very end? So I'm going to tag the following people to answer the questions I asked. And if you guys don't get to the video, I totally understand. It's no problem whatsoever. You're not obligated to make a video regarding these questions. However, it'd be nice, and hey, I tagged you, so why not? Give it a shot. So, the following people I would like to tag is, starting with my good old friend, Deadzilla. Deadzilla, you've been tagged. So, I expect a video from you. Don't let me down. Otakusatsu, you've been tagged. Super Godzilla 1974, you've been tagged. Kuritsumi, you seem to know English pretty well, so I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to cross borders here and cross country and tag you. I hope you get to do this video because it's very, very interesting to see what you have to say. Mr. Fresh Vinyl Reviews. Now, I know your schedule is hectic, I know you're a busy guy, however, I'm going to tag you anyways because why not? And last but not least, Louis Duran. I am tagging you. So, once again everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video in the new setup, in the new house. Moving forward, I hope this to be a more consistent thing. This is pretty cool. Even I have to admit, all these here are making me happy and feel like a kid again. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.